On the list of cases, the next one is the genitive case. Can you say the name of the case? Practice it with me. Genitive. The genitive function of a noun, according to the Roman way of thinking, is actually split into two categories. Nouns that show possession are considered genitive. And when we want to express an idea with of in English, the noun following it is seen as genitive by the Romans. Let's look at some examples in English so we can understand how the Romans thought about it. In the first example, we see the classic way of representing possession in English, an apostrophe S on the end of the name Johnson's. Romans didn't have punctuation. That's right, no punctuation. Instead, to show possession, they would use a specific inflection. That inflection is the genitive inflection, or the genitive case. In addition to not having any punctuation, the Romans also did not have a word for of. So how do you express the word of in Latin if it doesn't exist? The Roman solution was to use an inflection. The inflection that is used to express the idea of is the genitive inflection. Let's look at these examples. The queen of the land has always been kind. I need 3 words of the land to express that idea of where the queen is from in English. But in Latin, all I would have to do is write land with the genitive inflection. The same is true in the final sentence. Most of the students read only half of the book. Most of what? In order to express that in English, I need 3 words of the students. Latin, just 1. Students with the genitive inflection. Half of what? Half of the book. 3 words in English, only 1 in Latin. Book, with the genitive inflection. But what is the genitive inflection? We don't know any of them right now, but check this out. When you look at a Latin vocabulary list, the second form of the noun given to you is the genitive. That's right, each of these words can be used in a sentence to show possession or with the idea of. So if I want to say of the girl or the girl's friend is the queen, I use the word puellae. The same would be true for servi, pueri, oppidi, regis, eunonis, and nominis. They can all be translated into English by adding an apostrophe S onto the end of them, or by placing of in front of them. I bet some of you are wondering, if the second word is for the genitive form or the possessive form of the noun, what's the first word for on the vocabulary list? That's a great question. That first word is the nominative form of the noun. That means that puella, servus, puer, oppidum, rex, euno, and nomen are all words that can be used as subjects or predicate nouns in a Latin sentence.